Hey everybody, we're here at Canis East Winery, and I'm here with Wendy Bennett, our most awesome chef. And since we were not able to host our quarterly Cellar Club pickup event here at the winery for all of you folks, we thought we would bring some of those nuances home to you. So Wendy, why don't you start off by telling them what we're going to do in this first clip, and then after you're done, I'll describe the first wine pairing.
Terrific. In the first dish, we're going to be taking a strip loin and making a dry rub, putting it on the outside, and then we're going to cook it on the barbecue offset heat, very low, 225, for a couple of hours. And meanwhile, we're going to make a couscous dish with crispy vegetables. That's a nice summer salad. And to pair with that, we're going to have a chimichurri sauce and some grilled asparagus.
Fantastic. Sounds delicious. We're going to pair this with our 2017 Ciel du Cheval Vineyard Sangiovese Grosso. Salud.
Salud.
Stay tuned. So first thing we're going to start with here is the combining of the ingredients for the rub. Wendy?
Yeah. So for the ingredients, there's salt, brown sugar, onion powder, garlic powder, coriander, thyme, black pepper, and all of those items will be combined in the bowl by Patrick. We're going to stir it up. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on the outside of the strip loin, which happens to come from the short loin. It's between the rib and the sirloin on the beef. I'm going to rub a little bit of olive oil on there so that the rub ingredients actually stick to the meat. And once we get that on there, we're going to put it on the grill. I do like the meat to come to room temperature before I put it on the grill.
Nice.
And it helps to cook it evenly, because really what our goal is to have it nice and pink in the center and juicy, and the outside of the roast will be a little bit more done so that people can have it to the degree of doneness that they like.
You guys will notice I'm wearing an apron here. This is my grandmother's apron. I don't know if you're like me, but if there is oil or sauce anywhere in the vicinity, it's going to end up on my shirt. So anytime I'm cooking, I like to wear my grandmother's apron.
I like it. I love chickens. I love chickens.
My Grandma Damiano.
Well, I mean, little do people know that you're also a talented chef and you cook quite a lot when you're not making wine, right?
I like to cook.
Thank you.
Nothing like her caliber. Okay,
all right,
so
I have the
it looks
gloves
like
on.
I've got the rub sufficiently combined. There's a,
It looks it's okay, because if there's chunks of
brown sugar
in there, yeah, we're gonna just rub it in there so it will all kind of mash.
You want me to spoon it on?
Yeah, spoon some on there, and I'll quite a bit. Just dump it right on there. Yep, another one. Sure, perfect. And we're doing this on a sheet tray. We're gonna, with a roasting rack on top, we're gonna put the rack right on the grill with the meat on top of it. So I'm gonna have you put a little bit on my hands, and that I'm gonna rub it on the ends. And you could do this in advance too, and you know, some people think it's gonna suck all the moisture out of the meat, but it really will have a nice seasoning effect. All right, oh yeah, we're gonna put 2 on there just like before, and then I'm gonna spin it around. And we'll put some on the side, and we'll call it good.
good?
Yes.
All right.
All right, so again, the sweetness will help to make a crust on the outside with brown sugar, quite a bit of salt, but with the other flavors and then with the blending of the chimichurri sauce, it's going to be outstanding. So right now our grill is about 425 degrees. We're just going to sear the outside for a few minutes, and then we're going to turn it down to 225 and cook it really low and slow so that it can, the heat could penetrate the inside of the strip loin. And again, this is half a strip loin. You could do the whole strip loin. There's probably enough rub and what we have on the tray here to do the whole strip loin. so that the low and slow heat kind of penetrates the inside and leaves the inside pink. And so the left-hand side of the grill is on, the right-hand side is not, so we're going to get some offset heat.
Kind of like an indirect heat there.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
it.
yeah. So we're going to let that begin to cook. We'll turn it down while we're making our couscous salad.
Okay.
All right.
Hey there, we're back with step 2, which Wendy will explain here while I do some cutting.
All right, Patrick, we're going to make a crispy vegetable couscous salad, which is a nice summer salad. You're going to start off by rehydrating the couscous, which is basically a small pasta cut, and you don't need the stove for this. I normally just microwave the water until it's super hot, and then I have some couscous here. Just pour the boiling water in there, stir it around for a moment, maybe add a pinch of salt and pepper to add some flavor, and then I cover it with some foil, so it would have the water and salt and pepper, and stir it around, foil, and I leave it for
Super simple.
10, yeah, super simple. And then you take a fork and you just fluff
Fluff
up.
it a little bit.
Yeah, fluff it up. It's super easy.
I'm going to have these grape tomatoes. You want them long-wise or short-wise? Long-wise.
Yeah,
Great.
kind of north-south. So the couscous is ready. Patrick has been doing some chopping. We have cucumber that's ready. Yep, having the tomatoes. We need to chop up some herbs, cilantro, parsley. There's some red onion that has been chopped up. We're going to crumble feta to put on the top, and we're going to make a vinaigrette out of lemon juice that came from the zested lemon, some honey, cumin, and chili powder. And this salad with the vegetables is going to be really refreshing with the vinaigrette on it, and crunchy, which will complement the meat. And so maybe I'll crumble the feta while you're doing some more chopping. What do you think about that?
If you'd like, or if you want to keep your hands clean and chopping, I can also crumble the feta. Your choice. But we can settle this.
All right, ready? Yeah.
So
Ready.
are we doing 1, 2, 3 shoot?
Whoever wins gets to chop vegetables.
Okay, and is it
The loser
1,
does the
2,
feta.
3 shoot? Or
Oh, no, it's on 3.
On
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
So 1, 2 shoot.
Yep.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Done.
1, 2 shoot.
1, 2.
Yes. Feta.
Winner!
Like how we settled that?
So, yeah, we need a little bit of feta cheese. It's going to add a pungent flavor, which will complement the vinaigrette. And like I said, couscous has 0 flavor, just like if you were cooking pasta, and we put a little bit of salt and pepper in there. So we're going to get a lot of fresh taste from the rest of the items. So Patrick's going to put all of his, see, he has some really serious knife skills.
She says that, and we just had to edit out the part where I lopped off my pinky.
Right. All right, so we're going to put the couscous in that bowl too. Have some crumpled feta. You could buy it already crumbled if you see how I didn't get my hands dirty. We're going to sprinkle it on the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's a pro. She can work feta without getting her hands dirty.
I like it like this rather than buying it already crumbled up, because you could slice it, dice it, or crumble it. So you get options.
Am I doing all the cilantro?
Oh no, we're gonna need 1/4 cup of cilantro. So I would say, yeah, 1/2 to 1/3 would be great. And notice our exact measurements. Is that how you make wine? You just, you
A little
know,
this,
wing
little
it.
that.
Sure. Yeah.
Whatever feels right.
Make a lot of notes. Alright, I'm going to come back over on this side. So the cucumber and the couscous, parsley are in the bowl. I'm going to add the red onion.
Oh, that smells so good. It's my favorite herb, cilantro.
Go ahead. Yeah, perfect. So it has nice bright colors. Patrick's professional, like we said, and we have the tomatoes that are already sliced. Put those in there because he's super fast. Now, Patrick, I think we're ready to make the vinaigrette.
Okay.
So here's our salad with crispy vegetables. It's really nice
Super
and bright and super easy. Yeah, and it's going to
Very
complement the
festive
beef.
looking.
So let's use that bowl and the whisk and go on to the vinaigrette.
Great.
So in the bowl, you're going to put the lemon zest, and we need
Lemon zest?
Yep, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. And this ramekin is 2 ounces. So let's put the cumin and the chili powder, which has already been measured, in there, and I'll just use one of those to measure out 3 tablespoons. I need one of those to measure out 3 tablespoons. So I'm going to fill it about 3/4 of the way. Look, you were right. I believe it. I believe it. I don't want to believe it, but I believe it. All right. I'm going to put some salt and pepper in here, and we're going to taste it because you always taste your food before you serve it. Do you taste the wine before you sell it?
Yes, a lot. And after I sell it too.
All right, so we're gonna put the vinaigrette in here now, and again, it has some warm spices, so it's nice to mix this together before you're ready to serve it so that the flavors can blend and soak into the couscous. Our meat is still on the grill. We've turned down the heat to 225, and again, it's an offset fire.
So you're not putting direct heat right below the meat. The meat is set off to the side, and you got heat on the other side of the grill. So if you got a nice big grill like that, it works out perfectly.
Yeah. So we're gonna add the feta cheese, and we're just gonna gently mix now because we don't want to
smash up the cheese.
You don't want to smash up the cheese. You just want it to be in there and have good flavor, but not make a feta meatball out of it.
How's that look?
It looks amazing. Looks amazing. I'm gonna get a spoon so we can taste it.
Okay.
And then we'll let it sit for a little while we make the chimichurri sauce.
Great. Okay, so Wendy went inside to grab some stuff, and I kind of effed up, and I forgot to put the olive oil and the honey in the couscous salad vinaigrette. So don't say anything while she's gone. I'm just gonna go ahead and just add this in there. So when we're tasting it, she doesn't look at me like I did something wrong. Our secret. Hey there, we're back with step 3, making the chimichurri sauce. So as per usual, Wendy's going to explain, and I'm going to be her hands.
Awesome. So we're going to start off with some garlic, and I like to buy the peeled garlic because it's already peeled, which is not fun. Although there's lots of gadgets out there. I'm not much of a gadget person, but there's individual cryo bags in here, which means the air's been taken out. And what I love about it is that the garlic is never sprouted. It doesn't have that green piece in the middle that can make dishes bitter. So we have 4 of those that we're going to put in there.
Okay.
And chimichurri, classic Chilean condiment, basically, has a lot of bright flavors. So we're going to put oregano, fresh oregano, fresh parsley into there.
So what you're saying is chimichurri is basically like Chilean secret sauce.
Yeah. It's definitely secret sauce, and it's good on chicken. You could use it as a vinaigrette on a salad because it does have the balance of red wine vinegar and olive oil, and then a lot of bright flavors and obviously some fresh garlic in there. So it has a nice flavor that complements a lot of different dishes. Chicken, you could even put it on lamb, but grilled meat, it's outstanding. So we have fresh oregano. Now we're going to put some parsley in there. The recipe does call for Italian parsley, and they didn't have Italian parsley at the shop, and so I got curly parsley, and which it gets a bit of a bad rap. I like it for certain things, but since we're going to blend it up, it's going to be terrific. And it's already been washed, so that's perfect. We need 2 cups of parsley. The stems are tender, so they are going to just blend up into the sauce and be delicious. And then,
Hey, about 2 cups right there. Or do you think the
yeah.
whole thing?
No, I think that what you have there is perfect, and we can just put that back in there, and I save the stems for stock making, and
Nice.
we'll separate that out and save it for another use. Now we're going to add some red wine vinegar in, and we're just using what I would call pedestrian vinegar, star red wine vinegar. You're going to add 1/4 cup in there. It's not going to be enough liquid for the mixture necessarily to go around and make it into a sauce, and so we're going to have to eventually add the olive oil to get it all blended up well. Now you're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, which we have already measured out there. I do like to put a healthy pinch, or it says 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You definitely will notice a difference if the salt's there versus not in there. And then 1 pinch of ground black pepper. We'll put the lid on and get it going and get it somewhat blended up, get the garlic blended, and then we'll add the olive oil. We don't want to put the olive oil in early because the friction and the heat makes that the flavor of the olive oil go bitter. Yeah.
Shall I?
Do it. That's exactly how we do it. Shake it up. Go ahead and turn it on high. So the garlic is blended up, and that's a really important part. Now let's put 1/2 the olive oil in there and blend it a little bit more, and then we'll put the other 1/2 the olive oil in it to finish it off.
Okay, so 1/2 the olive oil.
We'll start with that and try to get it all blended up before we add all of it, and try not to, get a speeding ticket on this one. Yeah, right.
Put the rest in?
Yeah. All right. So while Patrick's doing that, here's some chimichurri that I made yesterday, and I like to make it in advance because the flavors get time to sit and blend together and mellow out. You can see it separates just a little bit under refrigeration.
Just
and
mix it up.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
There we go.
Go ahead, turn it up.
More?
No, it looks perfect. Looks perfect. Everything is ground up and blended together, and so I would take that and let it sit for several hours overnight, and under refrigeration, the layer of oil on the top helps to protect the garlic.
Oxidation.
Yes,
Great.
exactly. So that will stay good for at least a week.
Neat. All right.
On to the
On
next.
to the next one. All right, so we've got all of our ingredients put together. We've got the initial cooking and all that part of it done. So it's time to plate up and that sort of thing. Enjoy the fruits of our labor.
Yes, for sure. So I have a piece of strip loin here that I seasoned this morning, and I cooked because otherwise we'd be here for hours waiting for it to cook. And so it's had time to rest, which is probably the most important part. I did cook it to about 132 degrees, give or take, based on the accuracy of the thermometer. So I will cut it open and take a look at it, and then we'll do some plating.
All right.
All right?
Looks delicious.
And-
Looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just going to start in the center actually because it's rested, and then we can always have the least done portion
The smaller
available.
portion, yeah.
Yeah, and so you can cut from the end
Ah, I
or
like
from
it.
the side.
See, now there's something that I've never done. That makes perfect sense. If you know that the smaller side's going to be more done, and you have guests that are into having their meat done a little bit on the more well side, you can continue to cut in that direction. Or for those of your guests like me who prefer it a little bit less done, you can cut in that direction. See,
Yeah.
she's brilliant.
Well, let's not
Wendy Bennett.
overstate anything.
Wendy Bennett, ladies and gentlemen.
I do love working here, but not because you lie to people.
Okay. I thought you were going to say not because of me. You do love working here, not because of me.
Oh. It's because of Amy, actually.
Oh.
That's why
All
we're
right.
here.
For being honest, that's
No.
why we all like working here,
Yes.
because of Amy.
I know, and the wine is delicious.
Wine's all right.
The wine is delicious. 9 years. I've been doing this for 9 years. You're my only client.
We are
I can't
so
even believe
blessed.
it.
I
I
don't
love
know
it.
if I can emphasize
Aw.
that enough. The opportunity
blessed.
that we have to work with Chef Wendy Bennett, it's been a real blessing.
Oh, thanks. I love working here. I love it. All right, so I'm going to move this to the
All right.
side.
Okay.
And medium rare to medium is,
All right.
if you want it
That's
a
good
little
for
bit
me.
more rare, I'm going to move my glass because I'm infamous for knocking that over. And
Couple plates here.
yep, we need 2 plates. And actually, off camera, we did taste this, and it was
It's pretty good.
magnificent.
Yeah.
It was magnificent. So
That's because
you
we
did a
remembered
great
to
job.
put all of the ingredients in there.
All of the
them.
ingredients,
All of
yes. It's always great to follow a recipe. I mean, we don't have to memorize them, but referring to them so that all the ingredients go in there might be ideal. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of couscous on the plate.
You can see that there, a little spoonful.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa. We're gonna put some on each plate, and we're gonna wipe off the rim. So the salad is really colorful, crisp, has nice flavor, and as we talked
Fantastic
about
texture.
off camera, can you hand me
Nasturtium?
that? No, the towel. Thank you, which is off camera. Thank you. Because I dribbled on the edge of the plate.
You know, the colors here kind of remind me of the tricolor. You know, you got
Yeah,
the
right,
red,
red.
the white, the green.
Yep. Yeah. Perfect for an Italian winery. Can you hand me the tongs that are over there? Thanks, Patrick.
Okay.
Thanks. So we're gonna take the steak and we're just gonna lay it on top of the couscous. And depending on whether you're having lunch or dinner, you know, this is a moderately hearty portion of
There you go.
probably
Yeah.
6 ounces, which, you know, depending on whether it's lunch or dinner, like I said, you could use 1 piece. You could also cut the strip loin in half.
Oh, and then just serve the, yeah.
Yeah, and just have a smaller
Mhm.
piece. We also grilled some asparagus, and I like to put them on skewers.
You guys see that?
So, have you ever had the asparagus, especially the skinny ones? Which,
Oh, they fall through the grill.
right, they
yeah.
fall right through the grill, and so
And then you spend like 10 minutes trying to fish them out, and by the time you get them out, they're all charred.
exactly.
I've never had that happen.
Exactly. So we're gonna put the asparagus just leaning on there,
So you
3 or
get
4 pieces.
Another pro tip. That's why you put it on a skewer.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people don't like the thicker asparagus. These happen to be organic because the ones that were non-organic actually were very skinny. But if you cut them off, the bottom is really
Nice and
the
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tougher part.
You get rid of the woody part.
Right, and you could peel the bottom if you
Mhm.
prefer. But we have some height going on here, and now I'd like you to. Okay, we're going to stir this up just a little bit. The chimichurri that was made yesterday, and then drizzle some on. And drizzle it over the meat. You can put a little bit on the plate.
Look at that.
As it-
Presentation.
As it sits, you'll see that the olive oil is green and vibrant, and it kind of separates a little bit from the herbs
Nice.
that are in there. Yeah.
We'll add another little splash of color here with these edible nasturtium.
Nasturtiums, that's right.
And you just pluck the stem right off of that, and
Yeah,
like
just
so.
Yeah, you can just put it on the side, put it on the. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Really nice.
Got a couple different colors here. You fancy yellow or orange?
Yellow, I think.
Yeah.
Yellow, yeah. Very nice.
Look at that.
I know. And it really wasn't complicated to make. You could have all these items prepared in advance so that if you're entertaining for Father's Day or the 4th of July, you can have the asparagus already grilled, the salad's already made, your roast is already prepared, and have the sauce all done. And so it's really something that is a great summer meal. Nothing has to be piping hot when you put it on the plate, and it would be ready to go. You could also, if you don't want to take the time to cook the meat slowly, you could just take the steak and use the rub on individual steaks and then grill them
individually.
Just grill them individually.
Nice.
And so that would be another way that you could serve the steak, and you could choose if you prefer another cut of steak. You could apply the rub to that.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, Patrick, we're gonna have a little sample.
Yeah, and as we said at the beginning of the video, we're pairing this with the 2017 Sangiovese Grosso from Ciel du Cheval Vineyards. Lovely pairing. We've got nice, bright, zesty red fruit flavors that are going to play well with some of those high points and the zesty quality in the chimichurri. And of course, all of that does wonderfully well with the fat from the olive oil, the fat from the meat. So lots of wonderful flavors going on here and textures, and something that's just that easy to do. See, like we just did right here.
Super simple. Let's have a little sample.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this couscous salad here really quick to start. The smell of that has just been driving me up the wall. Well, that's fantastic.
Meat's good too.
Yeah.
Cheers to you.
Salute.
Salute.
It's that easy.
The
Right.
herbaceousness.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
The herbaceousness of the chimichurri, I think, blends so well with the spiciness and the subtle herb flavor of the wine. And
Brings out
I
all
hope
the
you like it.
complexity. I think that's one of the beauties of chimichurri, is it just wakes up so many other flavors. It's not so strong that it competes with a lot of other flavors, and I feel like the freshness and the zesty quality of it really brings out, highlights a lot of the other flavors in the dish, in the wine.
yeah, and pairing it with red wine vinegar, that can be a little scary to people. If you have lemon juice, like we have lemon and red wine vinegar, oh my gosh, what am I going to pair with this salad? A lot of the wines that Canis Feast makes pair so beautifully with acid, believe it or not. And so, yeah, you're right. The balance of the oils from the meat and the olive oil play well with the acid in the sauce and in the wine.
Things that make you salivate and that make your food taste that much better.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to have another couple videos here on the other recipe items. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, stay tuned.